It was expected, but I guess things don't always go as expected, and until we're willing to get people in the BAFTA panels to change that, I mean, we can't really complain. A lot of people aren't aware of opportunities, but now I feel like they are. So in the future, it's only going to get better, is what I'm trying to say, man. This is just the start of something so special, for sure.
Great films, it's been amazing. The fan reactions have really gone out. In the States, certainly it was really disappointing, I think, to see none of the directors were female nominees. So many women made great films this year. And I think it just goes to show you that there's a systemic problem that, that is very prevalent, and it's something that I think, we're aware of, but have to continue to fight against and make greater strides towards.
They are changing. I mean, maybe 5 years is a bit of a overestimation. I think, when you're looking at creating change like, to something that's sort of so institutionalised in its way, it's going to take time, and there'll be fits and starts, and it'll go up and down, and some years will be better than others. But that change is in the conversation. It is apparent, and if you look at the work that BAFTA does, they're very clear and very mindful about that. And it's just now being aware that doors that were maybe harder to open for certain people are now wide open. And you look at the nominees this year, and you might go, well, that's a bit lacking. But if you look back further down into the short film section, and there you'll see those up and coming future generations of filmmakers. That's their breeding ground. That's where they learn their craft. And if you look at that, actually, it's not as bleak, if you like.
Yeah. Like the rising stars are completely diverse. But
exactly, yeah. The Elevate, they're an incredibly, eclectic mixed bunch of young actors and people who are the next generation looking for that foot in the door. And I suppose it is incumbent on us to be aware of that and make that be part of that change. It's not an old boys network. It's not like we've got it, it's ours. It's kind of like, of course, it's, inclusivity. That's what we got to do.
Look, I don't think there's a diversity in terms of the films that have been made this year. They're huge. There is a huge. I mean, I've watched a lot of the films. Obviously you do. We watch the screeners. We watch them. I suppose people do gravitate to a trend gets set very early on in the early awards ceremonies, and that tends to dictate a trend, which is a shame, because people then don't actually get to see the other films that are out there. But I do think there is a big sea change, and I do think there's a positive swing towards diverse filmmakers being able to make their films.